Yes, fellas, we're going to show you exactly how to land your first 3 to 5K a month role as an appointment setter. Okay, so, if you are watching this video, you're probably thinking about getting into remote sales, or you've been struggling to find a role because you haven't quite had the answer, whether that's having that guidance, or whether it's just not understanding exactly where to start. And hopefully by the end of this video, you're going to be able to jump straight into the remote sales world and find a fucking role that is going to pay you 3 to 5K per month. So before I get into it though, this video is not for you if you're lazy, unserious about your goals and looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. Please click off this video. I'm going to give you 5 seconds now to click off. Alright, cool. So, all the losers are gone. But, right, if you're driven, ambitious, and willing to put a shift in, and, you're here for the long run, stick around. This video is going to help you level up your appointment setting game to a whole nother level. So, you're going to be thinking, right, okay, why the fuck am I going to be listening to this fucking Indian loser on my screen right now? But the reality is, okay, I was an £8 an hour DGen with no goals about a year ago, which wasn't even too long ago. And luckily, I made a change, and that is allowing me to get to where I'm at today. I'm a 5-figure a month business owner, a university dropout, and working completely remote. And I wouldn't have been able to even get here if I didn't have the systems in place that would allow me to actually get to these 3 to 5K per month roles. And I'm going to show you the exact 3-step system which helped me and dozens of other people like these boys here land these remote roles. So obviously there's only a few examples here. This isn't everyone, but we got Harrison here, and in 4K a month, completely remote. I think Harrison was working in a warehouse not too long ago. Danny was working in a warehouse as well, which wasn't even too long ago. I believe it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now he's earning 2 to 3K per month as an appointment setter. Arnie, the boyo, joined us around a week ago as an insurance closer, working in person. Wanted to get some remote work under his belt. We threw him in there. We taught him the ropes. Now he's got a couple offers that he's juggling potentially. He doesn't even know where to start or which one to pick. And we've got the main man, Alex, here. So Alex came to me a couple months ago, was already an appointment setter. We leveled up his game. Now he's earning 3K a month alongside university. So these boys were only successful because of one thing. And you boys could be naming 1,000 different things right now. But the reality is they mastered one thing, and that is what helped them set themselves apart from where they was to where they are today. Believe it or not, they were just genuinely likable. These lads are all right. They're good lads. They're good lads. I speak to them every single day. But we made sure that when we were reaching out to offers and when we're trying to go for offers, people saw what kind of person they are and showed that they're genuinely likable. So I'm going to get into this. I've covered up people's names here, and this is only 3 screenshots, but you don't want to be this guy, okay? Interested? Question mark, interested? No, I'm not fucking replying to that. Interested. And I don't know if you guys would acknowledge this, but myself, there's no rapport built there. There's no relationship. Why am I going to reply to fucking Thomas and fucking Harry if I've got a network of setters already, who I've actually got relationships with? So I want you to picture this quickly. You run an offer, you have a vast network of sales reps already, your account is getting crazy traction, and your DMs are getting blown up from setters, okay? And everyone's hitting you with the same shitty outreach message. I'm a commission-based appointment setter. Would you be opposed to hiring one? How would you react? The chances are, okay, you are not going to respond to that. And I say that because I know this myself. I will not respond to these messages. And it is holding you back completely from landing roles. And if you've sent a message to a fitness coach with this message, the chances are if they've seen that, your reputation is completely gone then. You can't go back to that ever again. And every week that you are continuing with this same approach and you don't land a role and you're just waiting for that reply, it's money lost, skills unbuilt, confidence eroded, opportunities missed, like I've touched on, and you're falling behind people who started later than you. Because I guarantee you, some of you boys who are watching this video as of right now, right, I've been in the space significantly less time than what these boys are. I think the maximum is maybe Harrison. He's been in the space for about 5-6 months, 1 week, 2 months, 4 months. Point is, right, you're falling behind because this dated approach that you guys want to continue with isn't getting you far, and you're just relying on hope and relying on the odd couple responses, but you don't want to be doing that. And obviously I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into that. It's because humans are actually wired to ignore anything that feels transactional. Like I said before, put yourself in their shoes and picture this, okay? If someone's approaching you straight away and selling you, you're gonna automatically have your guard up. And it's the same thing the same thing will apply to these offer owners who you will be communicating with. They're gonna shut off and they're gonna ignore you. So this 3-step system is going to improve your chances significantly. So build familiarity. I can't even speak. Build familiarity with the offer owner or growth operators or whoever it is that you're connecting with. It's important that you connect with various different people in the space, but make sure that your face and your name is familiar. Okay, like their stories, follow them, interact regularly. So if they put something that they might, I don't know, might have gone out for a nice meal somewhere and you might be in the same area or something like that, interact with them, ask them where it is, something like that. And it could be shitty small talk, but they'll appreciate that you're making that effort to even communicate with them and you're not just selling them straight away. And then alongside that, okay, provide I don't know what's wrong with me today. Provide value through relevance, okay? And you might be thinking, oh, I'm just an appointment setter, I don't provide any value. No, you don't want that approach. And if you do have that mindset and that approach, you are not going to get very far. You need to have confidence in the service that you're actually providing to these guys because they need you, okay? You want to have the mindset of you're the best appointment setter there is, right? Well, you should be, okay? And if you don't feel that way, then you're not going to get very far. Provide value to them. Fitness coach, I like your shit, man. Like, blah, blah, blah. Just, I don't know. Small talk, provide value. They're going to appreciate that. People like to speak about themselves. So you could actually even go into this conversation and try and get them to just speak about themselves. It's very simple. And then you're able to actually convert that conversation eventually to an opportunity. And it's not just an opportunity for yourself, it's an opportunity for them as well. So you being that appointment setter, you built that relationship there. If you built relationships with people, automatically is increasing your chances to get hired. Me personally, I've hired people in the past just because I've had a good relationship with them. However, I've had hundreds of DMs from people asking to be my setter or asking to be within sales teams that I'm managing. The reality is I'm going to pick based on, you know, if you're likable and if you are actually able to build a good relationship. If you're not able to build a good relationship with an offer owner, how are you able to do that with a prospect? Okay? Think about it that way. So, if you want longevity in this space as an appointment setter or as a closer or whatever you plan to go on off and do, stop firing these copy and paste outreach messages like everyone else. Offer owners don't respond to noise, they respond to humans. You're a human being, and if you're not acting like a human, you will simply get replaced by AI. The way the world's going, you will get replaced. Act like a human, use your brain. And when you build these genuine connections instead of shitty transactional messages, you create trust. And trust is what keeps you in the game long enough to actually go far in this space, right? You might land a couple roles as a setter doing these messages, but the reality is you're not even going to even touch the surface of what's possible as a setter. You know, you see guys earning 10, 15K a month as an appointment setter. You think you're going to get there by acting like a robot? No. Set yourself apart, guys. And anyone can spam. Professionals build relationships and professionals last in this game. And if you want to last in this game and you want to be landing these killer offers and these killer roles like all these boys within my network are doing on a daily basis, okay, drop me a DM. You know, my Instagram will be below. And if you want a little bit more information about what we do as a team at Echelon, the link is below. We can book a call. We can go deeper into exactly how we can help you land these roles. But in the meantime, stay tuned. There's more content coming. But yeah, boys, hopefully this has helped you guys, you know, have a bit of clarity on how to land a role. But again, like I said, if you need any more help, drop me a DM on Instagram, whatever it is, I'll be happy to help.